Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
Emma was a quiet person. She loved reading books and spending time alone, but she always felt nervous when she had to speak in front of people. Whether it was at school, work, or even with friends, Emma found it hard to express her thoughts clearly. She wanted to improve her communication skills, but she didn't know where to start. One day, Emma decided that enough was enough. She couldn't keep avoiding conversations or staying quiet during meetings. I need to improve my communication skills, she thought. If I want to succeed in life, I have to learn how to speak confidently. Emma started reading about communication skills. She found out that communication is not just about talking. It's about listening, understanding, and responding clearly. She realized that with practice, anyone could become a good communicator. The first thing Emma learned was the importance of active listening. She discovered that many people think communication is just about talking, but listening is just as important. Emma made a plan. She would practice listening carefully every day. When people spoke to her, she would focus on their words, pay attention to their tone, and show them that she was interested. The next day, Emma went to work and decided to put her new skills into practice. Her colleague, Sarah, was talking about a project they were working on. Instead of thinking about what to say next, Emma listened carefully. She nodded to show she was paying attention, and when Sarah finished, Emma repeated what she had understood. So, you think we should focus on the marketing plan first before we start designing the website? Emma asked. Sarah smiled and said, Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm glad you understand. Emma felt proud. She had listened actively, and it made the conversation much clearer and more productive. After practicing listening, Emma knew it was time to focus on speaking. One of her biggest challenges was speaking confidently in front of others. She often felt nervous and would stumble over her words. But Emma learned that confidence comes with preparation and practice. She started with small steps. Every day, Emma practiced speaking in front of a mirror. She would choose a topic and talk about it for a few minutes, paying attention to her tone and body language. At first, it felt strange to talk to herself in the mirror, but over time, she noticed that her speech was becoming clearer. Emma also practiced speaking with her family and friends. She would talk about her day, share her opinions, and ask questions. Each time she spoke, she focused on being clear and confident. If she made a mistake, she didn't panic. Instead, she paused, corrected herself, and continued speaking. One weekend, Emma's friend, Jenny, invited her to a party. There were many people at the party, and Emma felt a little nervous. She didn't know most of the guests, but she reminded herself of her practice. I can do this, she thought. I've been practicing every day. Emma joined a group of people who were talking about movies. At first, she listened to their conversation just like she had practiced. Then, when it was her turn to speak, she shared her opinion about a movie she had recently watched. I saw a great movie last weekend, Emma said. It's called The Journey. It's about a young woman who travels across the world to find her purpose. The story is inspiring, and the cinematography is beautiful. To Emma's surprise, the group responded positively. They asked her more about the movie, and soon, they were having a lively discussion. Emma felt proud of herself for speaking confidently and contributing to the conversation. Another important part of communication that Emma learned was the skill of asking questions and clarifying information. She realized that sometimes conversations could become unclear if people didn't ask questions or make sure they understood correctly. Emma wanted to improve this aspect of her communication, so she made it a daily practice. At work, Emma had a habit of not asking questions when she didn't understand something. She feared that people might think she wasn't smart or capable. But she learned that asking questions showed that she cared about getting things right. One morning, Emma was in a meeting with her boss, Mr. Carter, discussing a new project. Mr. Carter explained the tasks they needed to complete, but Emma wasn't entirely sure about one of the instructions. Instead of staying quiet, she decided to ask for clarification. Mr. Carter, just to make sure I understand correctly, are we focusing on the first phase of the project for the next 2 weeks, Or do we need to start planning for the second phase as well? Emma asked. Mr. Carter smiled and replied, "Good question, Emma. For now, let's focus on the first phase. We'll discuss the second phase after the initial work is done." Emma felt relieved. By asking a simple question, she had cleared up her confusion and avoided any potential mistakes. In her personal life, Emma also practiced asking questions during conversations with friends and family. When her sister, Lily, told her about a new hobby she had started, Emma asked questions to learn more. "That sounds interesting, Lily. How did you get into painting? And what kind of artwork do you enjoy creating the most?" Emma asked. Lily smiled and shared more about her love for painting, and the conversation became more engaging. Emma realized that asking questions not only helped clarify things, but also made conversations more enjoyable. Emma also learned that communication wasn't just about words. Emotions played a big role in how people communicated. Sometimes, when Emma was angry or upset, she found it hard to express herself calmly. She wanted to improve how she handled emotions in conversations, especially during disagreements. One day, Emma had a disagreement with her friend, Mark, about a group project they were working on together. Mark wanted to take a different approach, and Emma felt frustrated because she thought her idea was better. In the past, Emma might have gotten upset and stopped talking to Mark, but she remembered what she had learned about managing emotions. Instead of reacting emotionally, Emma took a deep breath and paused for a moment. Then, she calmly said, "Mark, I understand that you have a different idea, and I respect that. Can we talk about why you think your approach would work better? I'd like to understand your point of view." Mark was surprised by Emma's calm response.
"Sure," he said.
"I think my approach could save us time, but I'm open to hearing your thoughts too." They talked about both ideas, and in the end, they combined their approaches to create a better plan. Emma felt proud that she had stayed calm and worked through the disagreement in a positive way. Emma practiced managing her emotions in other areas of her life too. When she felt nervous before a big presentation at work, she reminded herself to breathe deeply and stay focused. When she felt frustrated in a conversation, she took a moment to think before responding. By practicing emotional control, Emma became a better communicator. She was able to express herself clearly, even in difficult situations. Emma discovered that communication wasn't just about speaking and listening. Nonverbal communication, like body language, facial expressions, and eye contact, was just as important. Emma realized that sometimes her body language didn't match her words. For example, she would say she was interested in a conversation, but her crossed arms and lack of eye contact made her seem distant. Emma decided to focus on improving her nonverbal communication. She practiced maintaining eye contact when talking to others, using open body language, and smiling to show she was engaged. She also paid attention to other people's body language to understand how they were feeling. One evening, Emma had dinner with her friend, Rachel. During their conversation, Emma made sure to maintain good eye contact and use positive body language. She noticed that Rachel seemed more relaxed and open to sharing her thoughts. At one point, Rachel said, "Emma, you're really easy to talk to. I feel like you're really listening to me." Emma smiled and said, "I've been working on my communication skills. I'm glad you feel that way." Emma's improved nonverbal communication helped her build stronger connections with people. She realized that a simple smile or nod could make a big difference in how people responded to her. Emma knew that improving communication skills wasn't something that could be done overnight. It required daily practice and dedication. Every day, she set small goals for herself. She would practice listening more carefully, asking thoughtful questions, speaking with confidence, managing her emotions, and using positive body language. At work, Emma continued to practice active listening during meetings. She asked questions when she needed clarification and spoke confidently during presentations. Her boss noticed her improvement and praised her for becoming a more effective communicator. In her personal life, Emma's relationships with her friends and family grew stronger. She had better conversations, resolved conflicts more easily, and felt more connected to the people around her. Emma also started keeping a communication journal. Each day, she would write down her experiences, reflecting on what she had done well and what she could improve. This helped her stay focused and motivated to keep practicing. After months of daily practice, Emma noticed a big change in her life. Her improved communication skills had helped her in many ways. She was more confident at work, and her colleagues respected her for being clear and effective in her communication. Her boss even gave her more responsibilities, knowing that she could handle important conversations with clients. In her personal life, Emma felt closer to her friends and family. She had deeper, more meaningful conversations, and people appreciated her for being a good listener and communicator. Emma's journey to improve her communication skills wasn't easy, but it was worth it. She had learned that communication was a skill that could be practiced and developed over time. By listening actively, speaking clearly, managing emotions, and using positive body language, Emma had become a better communicator, and it had transformed her life. Now, Emma was excited to continue practicing her communication skills every day, knowing that each conversation was an opportunity to grow and connect with others.